of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Davis.
Here.
Hussain.
Here.
Schneider. Weaver. Wilson.
Here.
Sukasar. Sukasar.
Non-agenda items from sidelines. We have Linda Lavery here from the chamber wanting to discuss porta potty. The floor is yours, Linda.
Hi. What happened was I went down there to the, I'm having that function Saturday there at the Bell River Park, and the porta potty, I guess, from what I understand, is only there for like 4 or 5 months.
What's that beeping? I can barely hear. Oh, is that your phone? Sorry. Buzzer in my, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. So I guess the porta potty is only there for probably 4 months or so. I don't know the exact time. But anyway, it was gone.
It's only
And
there
I'm
for the
having this
summer
big
months.
function on Saturday with children and adults, and I kind of need the porta potty back there. I put out on Facebook if anybody could help me with the porta potty. Anybody had one in their backyard, or somebody could give me a discount, and did not get really any response for that. So
No.
I'm kind of requesting that the city put the porta potty back for and maybe I can split the, we can split it with the chamber, between us and the chamber, or whatever.
$75.
One day,
One day or weekend,
it's still the same though.
yeah, $75.
How much is it normally? How much
Well,
you guys pay?
if you keep it a season, most of the charge is the delivery and the pickup, what it costs to get it here and take it back. So a short period of time, a long period of time isn't that much more than a short period of time. Unfortunately, I guess I wasn't thinking when she came before us and asked if she could have the function that the toilet would be gone at that time. Because it's removed for the first week of October usually every year. Where would we get it budget-wise if we were to spend that?
It's not budgeted, but
Is there anything in community promotions?
There still should be something. We didn't spend any yet. I just go grab it and look and we haven't
I know we don't put a lot in there.
It's usually like $100 in there, 150, something like that. Can you look real quick? Have you talked to the chamber? Did they say they would buck up anything?
They said if you guys couldn't do it, then they would step up to the plate.
Well, I think we should either do it or help out, at least, if we had known we could have put it off, it would have been easier and probably much cheaper just to put it off for a month than having it redelivered.
It's $350.
$350? We haven't spent any of it? Well, what do you guys think? Should we get a porta potty back out there for the weekend?
I could call also and see if I have had him donate it.
Yeah.
For a couple of years he did, and then he stopped, and maybe.
Well, if the chamber will pay part of it, why don't we pay
50%?
50% of it, and if they'll pay 50%
Oh, they
of it?
will, yeah.
and then if you can get something, well, maybe
I'll
you'll
just
get a
call.
roll or whatever.
Okay,
I'll call tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I know when I did I called them to do the house project, they delivered one for Carl's Septic, delivered one for free for the weekend.
Right.
Like I said, the cost to them is the delivery and the pickup.
Right.
So, can I get a motion to pay 50% if we can't get it donated?
I'll make that motion. Support.
Hussain.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Sukasar.
Yes.
Sukasar.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
I apologize for not.
Well, thank you so much.
I just apologize for us not catching it when you came and said, hey, I want to have a Halloween hoedown,
Right.
that the porta potty wouldn't be there anymore.
Well, I didn't actually realize that it wouldn't be there. I knew it was there.
We used to carry it a little bit longer. There used to be activity every fall, and we used to keep it a little bit longer down there,
Well, hopefully,
but those activities,
We're trying to.
Stop for a
maybe
while.
Hopefully if the
make
park
it
gets
annual.
busier, then we'll have to keep it through the fall season,
Right.
so.
Well, I appreciate it,
Well,
thank you.
thank you for putting on the event, and hopefully
Yeah.
all you guys will go and be there as
I
well.
think it'll be successful, and hopefully everybody.
What else gonna be at the hoedown?
Somebody donated a bouncy, there's gonna be face painting, there's going to be dunking for apples, hay rides through the town. And all the businesses are putting candy out, so the kids, when they come around, they can get candy, so.
Fantastic, and it's from 2 till midnight?
So till midnight, but I don't think it'll last till midnight.
What's the
but
date?
This Saturday?
Saturday.
This Saturday.
Yeah, so, you know, if you can come out, come out. I know a lot of things are going on in the town, the fall ball and so many other things, but, you know, you come out and at least eat, so.
Fantastic, thank you again.
All right, thank you so much.
Yep. Comments from city administration? Do you have anything now? Chief? Acting chief? Bart?
Acting bird. Nothing.
You have anything? All right, moving on. Adoption or amendment of the agenda?
I have one change. Thought there was gonna be two. The one, a phosphorus, I'll talk to you about that at the end. We aren't gonna put it on the agenda. We'll like eliminate under new business number 8, as that was taken care of the last meeting. No further changes, I make a motion to adopt the agenda as amended.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Zukasar,
Yes.
Zukas W,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Messiah.
Yes.
All right. Hopefully you've all had a chance to go over the regular meeting minutes of October 1st and the special meeting minutes of October 8th. If there's no questions, I'd entertain a motion to accept those and place them on file.
I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes for both these meetings as presented.
Support.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Zukasar,
Yes.
Zukas W,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Messiah,
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Communications, there was none. Unfinished business, there was none. New business, DPW, invoice from Municipal Supply Company. Bart, you wanna tell us what that's all about?
Yeah, partly, I remember. Badger meters, we have approximately 435 meters in town, and I'd say between 90 and 95% of them are Badger meters. And they're discontinuing from this company anyways. And they've also made a meter change, or the head of the meter change. So finding out that they are doing away with them, this particular company, I needed some meters on hand.
You just stacked up on supplies.
Yeah, and I did budget for the capital outlay, and I think there may have been one item in there that was a repair and maintenance, I don't remember now.
Can I get a motion to pay Municipal Supply Company $1,663.37?
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Wilson,
Yes.
Zukasar,
Guy, what is that?
Yes.
Zukas W,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Messiah,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes. Next, tree lighting ceremony. We need a motion to set the tree lighting ceremony for December 6th, 2013. I believe it's always at 7, so we need 7 o'clock.
I'll make a motion, we establish the tree lighting ceremony this year on December the 6th at 7 p.m.
Support.
Have you guys ever been to the tree lighting? You need to come to that, it's fun. You get to come over and meet Santa and eat cookies.
Time you say the lighting was?
7 o'clock.
Zukasar,
Yes.
You still do the decoration?
Zukas W,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Messiah,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
All right, next is invoice from Apex Software. The renewal invoice for the 2 units main Apex for $430. Jamie, you want to tell us about this?
I would like you to postpone payment on that. I'm gonna reduce one of the licenses off, and I'd like to reissue that bill, so that we're only paying for one license this year.
Okay.
The ability to log in allows me to work through the server, and there's no need to have the additional license, so we can save the money on that.
$215. And actually, if you're able to save the $215, you don't have to come back to us with it. It's under 300.
Okay.
All right? So I guess we'll table that, right?
We could just approve it up to 432, and then if you save us half of it,
Oh, yeah.
that would be great.
That's
You want
fine.
to do that? You want to make that motion?
I'll make a motion to spend up to $430 for Apex software, and hopefully we can do cheaper.
Support.
You still budgeted, right? I mean, we got this money budgeted.
Yes. Zupastudio,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Hulsine,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar.
Yes.
Next is a fire department invoice for Michigan Rescue Concepts.
This is some equipment that we've been trying to get for a couple of years now. They're ice rescue suits. So basically, any type of cold water rescue that we need to go in on, we wear these suits.
Is it dry suit? Dry suit?
Basically like a dry suit, right, that divers would use for going in the water.
This, I understand, I questioned this because I didn't know about this. I'll say there's little procedures we should go through, and I think we should have a fire committee, we'll discuss it later in a committee meeting. But this was a grant, I believe, wasn't it?
This,
Or
so,
not a grant,
if
but
you,
donation.
so basically, we've been trying to get this equipment here for a little while now, and there's a local, I guess, business, you would say, Blue Water Gas Storage, out at Wales Center in Meadow Run, and they were able to donate the funds to us this year to be able to buy this equipment. So they donated us the money for what we bought the equipment. So, the amounts are basically a wash. They donated us $2,000 when we spent, the suits cost, I believe it was 19.
Yeah, it was within $5 or so.
Yeah, $1,964.
Can I get a motion to pay the Michigan Rescue Concepts $1,964.36?
I'll make a motion that we pay that, allow that bill to be paid.
Davis,
Yes.
Hulsine,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Zupastudio.
Yes.
Next item is administrative memo number 3. This is a budget amendment to the general fund operating supplies from that money that was given to us. This is the $2,000 that was given to us that we need to transfer over to general fund operating supplies. Can I get a motion to do that?
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Hulsine,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Zupastudio.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
This next one depresses me. This next one is the DPW Department BMJ invoice for $24,057.18. This is the last of the engineering on Boardman Road East. And, you know, we just hope that this is good spent money.
Yeah, I think you all had a, well, you did, you had a memo I wrote, and discussed it at our special meeting there, but we're still looking into that, but I don't think we did anything further heavy part on board. We spent a total of about $68,000 on that on engineering, and this is, this is budgeted in the current budget. We budgeted about $88,000 for engineering, and this is $24,000. This
Well,
is,
but Larry, I'm not sure I totally understood what you guys said in this note. It sounds like the deal fell through.
it's possible, we were evaluating at this point. Matter of fact, a memo, or a permit came in a day after from MDOT, was it, reporting, giving us a permit to go. And it was a day before when we found and got an email that this might be canceled for this year. And I don't know if you've had any further conversation on it.
Nothing any different.
Right, so, it's, I'm sick about it,
At
because I
this-
spent many hours on this, but.
And at this point, we don't have the engineer doing anything right now that they're gonna be billing us for.
No.
This was already done before we even got that memo that, hey, don't go any further.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's work that we thought we were moving forward with, and we were paying for the engineering. Now it may be pushed to 2014
So this is the final payment you sent to the engineering,
for the
right?
engineering, yeah.
So we-
Well, if the project went, there'd be more engineering, but at this
Field
point,
engineering if the
Yeah.
project was.
Yeah.
Up till now.
Yeah.
So we don't have bid packets yet or anything like that, right?
No,
don't have what?
Bid packets?
no.
Now, we had a meeting to get all the bid packets finalized and everything finalized to put out for bid with MDOT. Then,
That was in the latter part of August, there was a meeting here of that, and it was only about a couple weeks later than that.
Yeah,
we
it was
heard,
called a GI
yeah.
meeting with the state
Yeah.
and with
Right.
some local agencies and
Right,
such.
so, apparently, and as the memo stated there, that we're surmising that MDOT overspent, and I think we were, and apparently didn't find it out until too late, we're one of about 10 entities that got canceled, I think, is that correct?
That, yeah, that's how I was told.
Don't have a final opinion on that, what's gonna happen, but hopefully, I think Dan made some calls to various
Yeah.
people, and we're trying to,
trying to get back at the, somehow put on the list to
Yeah.
get it done. And if not, make sure that we're at the top of next year's list and not,
yeah,
see, what they do is they usually do the bigger projects first, and they get down to the smaller projects and we fall off because they've overspent on the big projects. And we just need to make sure if we're not gonna be in 2014,
it'll be
or
50.
then we're at the top of the list for 2015.
Which we really should be, because we are at the point where it's considered shovel ready.
Yeah.
We do have all the drawings,
Yeah.
everything's in place, so.
And it was a surprise, because there was a meeting at the end of August, and
It was in
permits
3
were
weeks.
being issued, and so it's really a surprise.
So can I get a
Well,
motion?
let me ask you a question. What if we don't pay this until we totally know this is gonna happen?
No, we can't do that.
Well, they've already done the work.
No, we're obligated to pay it,
It's-
we can't do that.
It's no fault of BMJ's that this occurs, no fault of city of Memphis, it's really, you know, they
But
done
we
work.
have this money
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
well,
budgeted for it because we planned on this project
We're
moving
just not
forward.
gonna have the road, but we're
Yeah,
gonna pay for
see,
the
that,
engineering.
that project was,
Engineering.
that project was,
You know,
that project was supposed to,
Yeah, it's sickening, but.
yeah, that project was supposed to be put out for bid the end of this year, and the project was supposed to be put in next year.
And we've
Right.
been working on it since '09.
Yeah, and then, this started in 2009, by the way.
But we're sure this is gonna happen.
Eventually, I have
Eventually,
no
but
doubt
we just
that
don't
this
know
is gonna
when
happen.
now, because this was a surprise to us all. So,
We knew this was gonna happen, we probably wouldn't waste the money on the engineering, if you wanna come right out and say.
No, we wouldn't have, absolutely not.
Well, that's what, you know.
But,
So I'll make a motion that we approve the payment to the NJ in the amount of $24,057.18.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukas W,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Messiah.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Police Department, Gold Threads embroidery invoice.
Just an invoice for patches, we would have to refill our patch supply every 4 years. Something is budgeted for.
All right, can I get a motion to pay Gold Threads embroidery $590 for 200 custom order patches?
I'll make that motion.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson, Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukas W,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Messiah,
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes. Next is invoice for the fire department from ComSource for new radios. How many did we get? 3?
Well, he.
Correct.
read
This-
off the-
I'm sorry?
This
This is the one that's on.
This is off.
Oh,
Yeah. 'Cause this
no,
was.
no, number of radios, that's what I'm on.
Oh, you're on the, you're on the.
Number 9.
Yeah, I
Number 9.
I skipped the one that was on.
Okay.
A few months back, the state came in and reprogrammed all of our 800 megahertz radios. In doing so, they gave us $50 a radio, basically an inconvenience fee. So we want to use that money to purchase more pagers. The total came back to $1,500 that we got back from rebanding our radios.
So you're spending basically 48.
$48.
Yeah.
Probably
Right,
that.
now this, we'll need a budget, we can okay this tonight, but we will need a budget amendment, because that is now in the general fund, and that will have to be transferred back from the general fund, back into your department budget, fire department budget. Again, it should have been handled a little differently, but we'll discuss that.
Very good.
At the committee meeting, okay?
Now, these are pagers,
Pagers, correct, that all the guys carry.
and why do we need those when we have cell phones?
This is the only way that we are alerted from dispatch. Dispatch does not dispatch us through cell phones.
It has certain tones for certain fire departments.
Correct.
Okay. I'm
So,
just
no,
asking.
no, that's fine.
I just wanna
So every one of our guys carry one of these pagers, and when it goes off, they respond to the station or to the emergency.
Okay.
Can I get a motion to pay this bill?
I'll make that motion.
Support it.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
LukasW,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Hassan,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes.
Next, the Water and Sewer Department, DPW invoice for water sample testing from DEQ.
These are special samples, as I call them. The first 10 at $26 would be lead and copper, which we do a lead and copper test every 3 years. And then you get, the next one down would be an arsenic sample. I believe it was for $18. And then the $175, let's see. We did a 1, 2, 3, 4 this year, 4 extra samples. And anyways, next year, for example, I'm on the schedule to do another 4 types of samples. We do 2 BACT samples a month routinely and 4 arsenic samples a year. And along with that, I have some samples due every 3 years, some samples every, in some cases, 9 years. And a couple that's due every 6 years, so we just fell into a lot of samples this year, that's all.
And this was all budgeted for?
Yes.
Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, that invoice. What?
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lukasw,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Hassan,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
So what is our arsenic number now, Bart?
0.05.
So it's still working really well.
Yes.
All right, other new business from the mayor. Since the last meeting, PEMR Industries, our park project, has actually moved forward quite a bit. PEMR Industries delivered some culverts, and with the help of the DPW, placed them in the first gully that we have to get across to get our trail headed through. Then Bart, in the last couple days, covered that culvert with dirt, put some stones in. It looks fantastic. I've got a picture if anybody wants to see it. I went back there today, and actually somebody was already trying to walk, and they were like, when is the rest of the path going to be built? But yeah, it's coming together. The picnic area, the grass is looking good toward the back. I actually went up there and had lunch on the picnic table under the flagpole that Bart installed up there. And it's pretty exciting. Bart and I met with a gentleman who's going to go back there and start cutting the dead trees out. He needs the firewood for the winter anyway, and we went back there and marked trees that were dead that he would be welcome to take, and told him not to take anything that was alive. So I think there's more than enough to keep him busy for quite some time.
A local guy?
Yeah, local guy. He's the same guy that actually went out and spread the hay for us
Oh, that's right, yeah.
on the grass seed. He had done that for free for us, so I just wanted to thank Pemar, thank Bart for all his hard work back there, and by all means, you know, hopefully people will start using it and seeing what an asset we have with that riverfront property. That's all I have. Larry, you have anything?
Yeah, just two things. One, salt band the floors in, so that's all completed at this point. And the second thing is I talked to Dave Foster today, and initially that project, he wanted to put in the convenience store and break ground this fall and then finish it during the winter. However, they're not gonna be able to do that, so it's, drawings are gonna be done, detailed architectural drawings will be done. It will be put up for competitive bid, and that's gonna take at least 60 days or so it will have to be postponed until start in the spring of the year. With that in mind, there was no sense of going with this tonight because they're really not that detailed other than the layout and the site plan is detailed somewhat. So he said that he'll be working with an architecture this week. He'll call me next week when they'll be done. When they're actually done, then he'll call us and bring it back and put it on the agenda. And since there's no rush, then we might as well do that. So that's why I pulled it from the agenda tonight, so.
So when do we really expect to have a gas station then?
Spring.
But- And
I'm thinking spring.
well, he wouldn't have his in the spring because it'll take, you know, he'll start in the spring, it'll take some time. Normally they go up pretty fast
Yeah,
once they
month and a
start.
half.
So, and I don't know where Bruce Christie is in the Shell station.
I don't know either, and I had to talk to the state. I know that they were talking about pulling the tanks relatively soon, and he has to negotiate with them whether or not, when the tanks are out, or there's a big hole in the ground, if he can put new ones in. That's, you know, it's not something we control as the city council, and you know, anytime the state's involved, I don't even like to guess anymore. Just kind of stay out of their way and let him negotiate directly with them.
So hopefully, next spring at the latest, I would think Bruce Christie should, I would think, and he, when I talked to him earlier, they thought they'd be in there yet this year, but I don't know. You know,
Well, he could be in doing
we're in
auto
the-
service relatively quickly.
We're in the middle of November, October, so I'm not sure. Even if Foster Oil had started and broke ground this spring, that was only the convenience store they were working on. They would have put the tanks in next year, so. We've been a long time without one, so I'm hoping, you know, that things progress and we definitely have one next year, so.
Probably late next year
Are
then?
we
Well-
gonna have any say on that gas station going in, design and all that stuff?
Well, that.
Like we had before?
Well, that was discussed all back in 2000, and you were on the committee
Yeah,
that
that's
that
why
I
I'm
was
asking
on
again.
when we reviewed that. I know the sign's up at this corner, and I think we
I
resolved
noticed it
that.
still says pole sign instead of monument sign.
Yeah. That's, the detail shows pole sign,
Yeah, it
yeah.
does.
And I know we discussed it, and I think back then, it seemed to me it was a lower sign, if I remember correctly. Was it?
When he told us when he was right here.
Yeah, he told us they were gonna do a monument sign, you know,
Monument.
so
Yeah,
right on the
yeah.
ground.
That's what I thought. So, okay, it was. All right. Anyway, he'll have those drawings and we can get those and, I hopefully have them, they say a month or two. There's no rush because we're not starting to spring now.
Well, we gotta get the drawings,
The real ones.
Yeah, we'll
the
get,
real ones.
yeah,
Because I wanna know where some of that stuff is going.
yeah,
Seeing I'm gonna live right next door to it.
yeah. Well, I think most of that was resolved back in 2000, but as you know,
You don't
our
remember?
That's why I just
memories are- our
wondered if
memories
it-
are a little short.
If it's gonna be the same.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
And what was the reason, what's the reason for the delay? Not
Well,
till
I
spring?
think they just had I don't want to get into a lot of details on it, but I think they had a board decision. No, see, they built many of these, and I think they were just going ahead and use their same contractors and so on, and they just would have went with it. I think they had made a decision with the board that they'd actually competitive bid this time. And competitively bidding is going to take a longer time. And so he said once the drawings are done, it'll take actually a couple months just to go through that. Well, if you do that, you're into December or so, and so they just couldn't break ground. They intended breaking ground sooner, so that's the reason, so.
Anything else, Larry?
No, that's all I have.
Robbie, have anything?
No, I just wanted, I went to the Park and Recs had a Halloween party, 2 weeks ago, I guess. And it was like 30 children from the
That's good.
city, and she put a lot of work into it. It
I
was
guess
very nice.
we should tell people to
Appreciate
be
it.
safe for Halloween with trick or treating coming up.
No, definitely be safe.
In the police department, do you sort through the candy for them for free stuff? Well, maybe we should mention that too. Frank, got anything?
Frank, just one thing, I would like you to schedule a fire committee meeting
Right.
at sometime in the next week.
Right, I'm aware of that.
Okay.
Anything else?
I just wish everybody a safe and happy Halloween, and the police department will be scanning candy for anybody who wants to scan their bags.
You got anything? Yeah?
Just remind everybody to vote.
Oh, yeah, vote's coming up.
My last meeting will be that day, and I want everybody to vote. It's a special privilege we have.
Did bring champagne.
Eric?
I just want to thank the people that came out for the Lions Spaghetti fundraising dinner on last Saturday. We had a pretty decent turnout.
Good.
And thank you for showing up.
And you're gonna start doing that regularly, I
We're
understand?
gonna try and do it on a quarterly basis, yeah.
All right, fantastic.
Turned out pretty good.
Good. Bill?
No, I have nothing.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
Thank you.